Yo, Q the Rebel here. How y'all doing today? And today's video is going to be about the breakdown of the latest upcoming project called PINEAL. Alright? And I'm pretty sure some of y'all thinking like, what the fuck is pineal? What is a pineal? But I mean, if you're aware, I'm talking specifically about the pineal gland, the third eye, the eye of consciousness. I mean, it's in the mix. It's on the mixtape cover art. You know what I'm saying? That big ass eye right there. I mean, it's not hard to explain. But just the breakdown of it, where I came up with the idea of pineal, and the inspiration is that I just feel like I'm at a time in my life where I'm starting to spiritually awaken to a lot of things, starting to be more aware to how things work around the world. I mean, I've always been in touch with my spirituality and things, as far as me as being known as a hippie. That's part of my growth spiritually. But as I got older, I've noticed and I've studied and did research and read books on just how deep spirituality goes into ourselves, into our world, and basically how we have elites, people on top of the social hierarchy, controlling us based on spiritual intellect and spiritual manipulation. If you want to touch back to the basis of how a lot of Western culture has plagiarized ancient Egyptian knowledge and culture, and based on that fact, and based on the research, we are duped and under spiritual warfare based on their cognizance and their intention to control us mentally. So I'm sorry if that didn't make any sense, but hopefully it did. And especially black people, people who were here first on this planet. I mean, this planet or continent, the motherland, Africa. We've been stripped of our nature, of our culture, and our heritage, and our power. And I just think that we need to touch back into that and realize that we were, gods, kings, astronomers, philosophers, artists. Like we were all those things before, Western culture took that from us. But now in this day and age, in this modern day and age, I still think we are still controlled we're still controlling the spiritual warfare, and we need to be more aware of that. And yeah, that's how I came up with the inspiration for the overall inspiration of understanding the system, beating the system, and also being aware how to move around the matrix and stuff like that. And I know matrix, it used to be such a cliche thing like a taboo cliche thing back in the day, but now it's being spread everywhere. Like people are talking about the matrix, like how to get out the matrix and stuff. It's trending now, but now it's just being milked down to just something that just sounds cool when you feel like that you're gonna level up out of here and everything. I mean, that's cool and everything, but it's much more deeper to that. It's much more deeper. And pineal is basically about me also coming into terms of who I am, growing into as a person, also embodying that rebel spirit into me, and deep thinking, deep thoughts about how I want to help my people, how I want to help the world, help the community, and personal things about my life that was going on too on the brink of making this project. So yeah, it's a mixture of everything. So it's gonna have bars, good delivery, lyricism, deep woke knowledge. Pineal was just basically Pineal for me wasn't about trying to get this project to blow up. Like this is gonna be the mixtape is gonna blow me up. Nah, it was really a thank you to hip hop, to what hip hop stood for before we got into this modern age hip hop. It I'm not gonna say gift, but it was my thank you, my reason for, you know, getting into the game and, you know, becoming a hip hop head. So I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, thank the people or the sounds or the inspirations before me that gave me the motivation to even want to bring that sound back into the game now. And I know what you're thinking, you know, it's like modern day hip, like you know, back in the day, hip hop, that shit is dead. You know, we only care about beats, vibing, you know what I'm saying, like this, yada yada yada, and that's cool. That's cool too. I still think, you know, lyricism and, you know, having substance is still a big thing now. Is that mainstream has just washed all of it away, and the only thing you hear on the radios or trending is, you know, the club type music and shit like that, and that's cool. I have no problem with that. I don't hate it. You know, I mean, hip hop, things will change over a course of time. Nothing's gonna stay the same, but it's also good to go back and understand where we came from as a culture, as a people. And that's what I wanted to, you know, demonstrate in PINEAL. So when you hear this mixtape, it's gonna be kind of hard to vibe to it, maybe a little bit. And that's the effect that I wanted to take on to you. You know, I don't want it just to be something that you just, you know, vibing automatically. I kind of want you to feel it and think about it a little bit. And it was really a passion project for me, more than just, you know, like, here, take my money, you know, run with it type of project and shit, you know. Yeah. So, I'm really excited about this project, man. I'm really, I just dropped a single, I forgot the fucking name of the single. What was it called? While We Do It. Yeah, just dropped While We Do It, featuring my boy JJ Rose, a really dope artist. Y'all should definitely go check him out. You know what I'm saying? Go check out his Instagram. His music is a really dope artist, up and coming artist, man. We're gonna be working on some good projects up and coming, man. You know, and he really brought it. You know, to this song, man. He about bodied me on my own shit, and that's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a student of the game. I'm willing to learn from people I think is better than me or just as equal to. So, you know, I feel proud about that. And also, PINEAL is not just gonna be on SoundCloud. It's gonna be on all platforms. I'm sorry for the confusion and shit like that. I just had to figure something out, you know, while I was uploading things on DistroKid. And well, really, I was just trying to figure out, you know, do I want to be humble about this project? Do I want to just, you know, put this on SoundCloud and, you know, just say, hey, this is just a passion project, nothing too serious? But, you know, I was getting insight from people telling me, nah, man, you should really put this on all platforms. You know, you never know what it can do. It could do numbers, or it could reach out. And plus, you know, SoundCloud, it's like 2016, 2017-ish. I mean, people still get on SoundCloud and everything, but, you know, I mean, when you're dropping a project or a single, you know, you want it to be open to all platforms and everything. I ain't got nothing against SoundCloud. That's what I'm saying. Sorry for that remark, though. That's what they said, not me. But yeah, man, yeah, this is something I'm really passionate for, bro. I'm really in this game for the long run. So I'm hopefully that breakdown can help you understand the intention, the motive behind the project, and you can really get a grasp of, okay, so this is where my head's at, and now I can understand it more, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Appreciate all the likes, all the comments, you know, the support, anything that helps me out, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much.